What?
Sorry, Carly. We done messed up. Oh my gosh, Jonathan. I thought you checked before we got started that we had everything in order. Wes, we forgot to give someone a trophy.
did?
We forgot.
Okay.
You're gonna have to go take a.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, there he goes. Sorry about that, guys. We're just a bunch of knuckleheads in here, but. Hey, Wes is about to deliver it right now. He's on his way. So, but yeah, switching it back over to Jonathan.
All right, guys, that's enough of the goofiness. That's absolutely ridiculous how goofy things have been tonight. I just will not stand for it any longer. First, the insults about my beard are just unacceptable. But yeah, no, tonight is squad awards night. We wanted to do things a little bit different, a little bit goofy, and so I'm going to give Carly my phone, and she's going to help us out tonight with a few different things. But obviously, all of our students couldn't be in the room together tonight. And so anyway, we have decided to get a little creative. And so the first thing I want to do before we start announcing the awards tonight is I got to give some people some recognition and some praise that is way overdue and that they really deserve. And that is our squad leaders. And our squad leaders, we had a lot of them this year. It was a big number of those. And so we've got a slide coming up that's going to have their names on it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there they are. And so our 2019-2020 squad leaders is Abby Smith and Alexis Adkins, Caitlin Hackney, Carly Estes, Ella Pierce, Gracie Baker, Hammond Folsom, Jack Blevins, Jake Steele, Kasha Bogdell, Katie Worth, Maddie Ward, Maggie Mullins, Mally Maston, Marshall Parker, Mary Stegall, Micah Baker, Michael Baker, Morgan Langley, Miley Ward, Naomi Grace Bowling, Nathaniel Giddens, Seth Mulkey, Sydney Benton, Tex Albertson, Wes Rogers, and Zach Giddens. And also, if you'll notice on the screen, some of those names are in gray, and those names in gray are the seniors that are graduating. And so as you can see, they're a huge portion of our leadership group this year, and we are going to miss them greatly. And so I just want to tell them thank you. I hate that we didn't get to do some of those squad nights in person that we were looking forward to doing. They were troopers, man. They've done everything from preteen retreat to helping us lead small groups of just discussion questions and Bible study and prayer. And so they have been just awesome leaders for us, and really it's super sad that we didn't get to take just full advantage of the potential that group had because they were such a strong group for us. But I do want to give them recognition. So what happens is we pair them up into groups of two, an upperclassman and a lowerclassman, and then we assign them a squad. And so as you can see with that number of squad leaders, we had a large number of squads. And so we give the squads a color. So we've got pretty much every color in the rainbow this year because we had so many squads. And it's been a lot of fun on squad nights to see what God has been doing through them and through those squad groups. And it's something we definitely look forward to getting back to when things return even close to normal. But I also want to mention for those of you, so our seniors, we're going to miss them. We do have to recruit new squad leaders. And so if you are interested in being a squad leader, you can actually go to our website. It's ebc180.net/squad leader. And there's a little link there that allows you to learn what being a squad leader actually is, how you can go about just letting us know that you're interested in that. We ask that it be high school students, and so really it's for 9th graders through 12th grade who will be in those grades next year. So if you just finished up 8th grade, you're eligible. We do send you through leadership training, and so if you're interested in doing that, we would love to have you participate. Our leadership training is probably going to be online this year, as you can imagine, and so we're going to try to make that fun and interactive for you guys. But we are going to start training our leaders over the summer so that when the school year hits back, we are able to do our squads again and have a new group of squad leaders that will be helping us with that. So again, especially you 8th graders that are becoming 9th graders, but also any of you upperclassmen that maybe weren't a squad leader for us last year and you're interested in doing that, you can go ahead and submit an application and we'll be in contact with you about how to be our next squad leader. And as you know, as a squad leader, you stand the chance of being able to win this wonderful, prestigious, great prize known as the Squad Leader Supreme belt. And a couple weeks ago, we had the belt returned to us. It was in the possession of Katie Worth, who is still, as of this moment, our reigning squad leader supreme. She's done a fantastic job with that. She earned the belt because during the start of lockdown and quarantine, or whatever we call it, she reached out to me and was like, hey, what can I be doing as a squad leader, connecting with my squad and being a leader in the best way possible during this crazy time? And so just that thoughtfulness about her squad really stood out to us, and we really appreciate it. But tonight, it's time to give the Squad Leader Supreme belt to the next recipient of that, the new reigning Squad Leader Supreme. And to be honest, this person is winning this award because when we started reaching out to students and saying, hey, we need help again, things are opening back up again, we need you to be involved again, this person was the very first person that jumped at the gun and jumped at the opportunity to help us, especially on Wednesday nights during the live stream. She just so happens to be in the room tonight, and she didn't even know she was going to win it. Carly Estes is our new Squad Leader Supreme. Carly, come on up here. And yes, she didn't even know. She was like trying to like do stuff on the phone, and she's got a lot of jobs tonight for us. But Carly, I know you're the new champ, so you have to rep the belt. I told her we couldn't leak the information to her because she might leak the information to others, especially if we told her that it was her. So those of you that don't know Carly, Carly was our first ever Rookie of the Year winner. And I don't know how our youth group would function without her, to be honest with you. She's been so great for us.
That's
but
so
Carly, you're graduating.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do without you. We're going to figure it out. I know you will be around. Do you know where you're going to school yet?
West Georgia.
West Georgia, so she's definitely still going to be around. She may hang out in our college ministry that we've got going on, but we're super excited to have her. But I know, unlike Kasha, you're going to take very good care of the belt. Is that right?
So much better.
And you're going to treat it with the honor and respect that it's due.
Yes.
Parents that are joining us tonight that may not know, the rule is anytime you're at the church and you are the reigning Squad Leader Supreme, whether it's a Sunday or Wednesday or anything, you have to rock the belt. You have to wear the belt at all times. And unfortunately, Kasha, who was our reigning Squad Leader Supreme for a period of time, she did not do that job very well. And we got the belt back with a couple screws missing, but we're not going to hold that against her. I know Carly's going to take a better job or do a better job of taking care of that. So you can actually go. I know you got some tech stuff to work with. Thank you so much, and we're so excited to have you as our new Squad Leader Supreme. And so Carly's definitely deserving. Look, we got a bunch of awesome squad leaders. I'll tell you, it's hard sometimes to narrow it down to who is going to win. On any given month when we give that belt away. I love that it's a belt now that we can give away once a month. It used to be we just gave that award away at the end of the year as a trophy, kind of like what we're doing tonight. But we decided let's have some fun with it and let's give that away all the time to honor these squad leaders who are doing just such an awesome job. And so Carly's definitely one of those. We've had many that have done just an awesome job. But it was so neat to have Carly in the room with us tonight to be able to award that to her. All right, so Carly was our first ever, as I mentioned earlier, Rookie of the Year. And so we've got to give that award away tonight. We call that award the Roy Award. And so Carly, jokingly and seriously, ever since she won that award, her name became Roy to me. So I literally call her Roy a majority of the time because that is what she's known as. She's the first ever Rookie of the Year, the Roy. To explain to you what the Rookie of the Year is, the Rookie of the Year is the individual, and we're going to go ahead and start trying to get in contact with our new Rookie of the Year. So they're getting a phone call even before they see this probably, but we're just going to roll with it. It's going to be great. Our Rookie of the Year is the person that came into the youth group as a new person within this year, and who honestly at this point, we can't even imagine youth group without them because they're so involved, they're so plugged in, and they're participating in all the things that we have going on. So this individual was super plugged in, of course, before everything started getting crazy. This person was also able to go to D Now, has been just one of those kids that's super easy to work with, super agreeable, super supportive of a lot of things that we have going on. During our whole letter campaign where we sent letters to some students that wanted a letter. She got a letter. She actually sent a letter back, so it's just been super awesome. And I believe we've got her on FaceTime. We're going to try this. Mackenzie Fredenberg is our new Rookie of the Year. So, Mackenzie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
It's so good to see you. We haven't seen you in person in a while, but hey, FaceTime is a cool new technology that helps us do that. So I don't know if you were able to catch all that because the live stream's a little bit delayed, but your name now becomes Roy, at least to me. I don't know that we'll make everybody else call you that. So if I call you Roy, it's not because I'm being mean. It's just what you are now. You're our new Rookie of the Year, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so I know you fairly well because I've gotten to know you since you're in the youth group, but some of our other students, because you are a rookie, a new kid in the youth group, they may not know you super well. So I've got just a couple of questions I'm going to ask you during our time together tonight, okay?
Okay.
All right, so tell us what school and what grade you're in.
I go to Alexander High School, and I'm in 9th grade.
Awesome, fantastic. And I heard you connected really well with our 9th grade girls. You like a lot of them and enjoy your life group and hanging out with those girls too, right?
Yes, I love it. They're so nice.
Yeah, I wish we could have got you a better group, but that's the best group of 9th graders we got, so we'll just deal with them. But all right, so tell me, since you've been new to the youth group, what are some things that you've enjoyed? I know you didn't get to experience everything this year, but what is something you have enjoyed?
I do like the worship, and I really like listening to your messages every Wednesday.
Oh, whoa! Hey! And ladies and gentlemen, that is why she is the Roy. Okay, if you had any doubts, she just confirmed. That is awesome. I appreciate that. And we got another call coming in, but he's going to have to wait. All right, my last question for you is, what event or activity are you most looking forward to when the youth group gets back together?
Definitely Fuge, because I've never been before.
Yeah, Fuge is something I was looking forward to you getting to go on. And yeah, it's a bummer. Fuge is what all of us are missing this summer. I can't wait to get back to Fuge next year. Just for the record, any of you seniors that are graduating, you can still participate in Fuge and go on Fuge next year. So don't feel like you're never getting to go on Fuge again. But yeah, Mackenzie and all the rest of us are looking forward to going to Fuge. But Mackenzie, congratulations, you are our new Roy. I will show you the image of our trophy that we have for you, if I can get it. Oh, there it is right there. So that will be coming to you very soon. And Mackenzie, congratulations. Thank you for taking our call tonight. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hey, so we were trying it. Apparently it worked. We are FaceTiming our winners tonight. And I believe Wes is queued up and ready. I'm going to give my phone back to Carly so she can line it up. We sent Wes on a mission to deliver a award, and I think he's ready, so we're going to get him on the phone. He is at a person watching the live stream right now. He is at their home, and so you might want to look outside and see if Wes is there. I don't want to creep you out, but it may be happening. So, Wes, I've got Wes on FaceTime. Wes, hey, buddy. How are you doing? I think we're going to pull you up on the screen in just a second. We got it? Oh, we're not connected back here? Hold on. Hold on. Technology, people, technology. All right, hold on. We're going to set it up differently. My bad, guys. Technical difficulties. Where is Wes? We're about to find out. Wes is delivering an award. I hope this makes for good live TV. I know we haven't had a lot of live TV here lately. All right, we got him now. All right, yes. I got a Jackson screen going on. All right, sweet. So we are live at someone's home, Wes. Are you there?
Yes.
Well, you found the right place. We got Jacob Holloway.
Yeah.
Oh, man, delivery team right there. All right, so Wes, are you sure you're at the right house?
I hope so.
All right, because we may be giving a medal away to a complete stranger, and that's even more awesome for live TV. All right, so we created a new award given the new season of life that we're in. It's called the Live Stream MVP, and we've had a lot of kids that have been super active for us on Wednesday nights and super involved in our live stream. I want to give a shout out real quick to people like Oliver Phipps, and even Mackenzie that we just talked to, along with a lot of other students. There's been a lot of you that have been every week tuning in and participating in the chat. But there's a special person, and so Wes, I'm going to get you to go ahead and knock on the door. And this person is like almost all the time first, if not top 3, commenting in the chat, being involved on Wednesday nights, talking to us, and participating. So hopefully she'll answer the door, or maybe her parents will answer the door. We did give them a heads up that we might be stopping by.
She's coming. She's coming.
Wait. Oh. Whoop, Holloway. Hey, Michaela Kors!
Congratulations!
Oh man, she is our live stream MVP, and she is watching. And in just a second, she'll be watching herself. That's going to be amazing. Michaela, congratulations! We wanted to give you that award. We couldn't do the live stream without you because it would be super awkward and weird. And you're always our first person to comment. So we just wanted to say thank you. All right, you guys. Wes, are you live on location, or are you finished with your report?
I'm finished my report. Jonathan, back to you with the weather.
All right. Hey, it's looking sunny in here. All right. Are you guys loving this? If you're enjoying this in the chat just for pure entertainment purposes alone, can you please just comment in our chat and let us know it is ridiculously fun tonight, or whether you want to throw things at the TV because we're driving you crazy. I don't know. You let us know. We need some feedback in the chat. So in the YouTube chat, let us know how you're enjoying our live stream experience tonight. Now, of course, every year we give away the Rookie of the Year. Every year we give away the Squad Leader Supreme. Now it's the belt, so we give it away a few times a year. But there is another award that I honestly say is probably the most important award, because squads are only as good as the squad members, right? So squad leaders are great, but I know some squad leaders that are awesome squad leaders and they work super hard and their squad doesn't come or doesn't participate or doesn't seem to be tuned in to what's going on. And it can be super hard for those squad leaders. And so I have a great appreciation for them. But then we also have those squads that are just awesome. And so every year we kind of keep track of how involved students in different squads are, who's participating, who's going to D now, who's signed up to go to camp, who's, all those different things. And so we pay attention to that, we track that, and then it helps us kind of give a point score to the different squads. All right, so right now we're going to get ready to announce who our squad of the year is. So this is the whole squad together as a squad group is about to be awarded our 2020 Squad of the Year. All right, so first I need to go ahead and give some people some credit who are not necessarily our winners, but who are who had awesome squads that did a great job. So the first one is our third place, and third place is the Orange Squad leaders. Their leaders are Kasha Bogdal and Jack Blevins, and so they finished third place. So their squad was super strong this year, did super good this year. I think we're having some technical difficulties back there. Is that what's what? They're not answering. Which one? No. Gotcha. All right, so we got some people we're trying to get in contact with right now to let them know that they're going to win this award. Answer your phone if you're getting a FaceTime from Jonathan, the computer. Oh my goodness, we can't read my number. Carly, can you bring me my sheet? All right, I'll go ahead and move on to second place. Second place is the Green Squad, led by Wes Rogers, which, who's? That's a 6. Yeah. All right, so we're trying to get in touch with some people right now. But second place is the Green Squad. Wes just left, so Wes is one of our interns. He does an awesome job. We appreciate him so much. And so Wes and Gracie did a great job with their squad this year. They were right there. I mean, points-wise, they were right underneath our Squad of the Year. And as soon as we get them lined up on the phone, I'll announce to you who our Squad of the Year is. I'll go ahead, and Jackson, I think you can dial them up from back there. So we're going to go ahead and bring, just give it just a second, but yeah, we'll do it that way. All right, do it. Oh, man. Who is it? Our 2020 Squad of the Year is the Red Squad, led by Micah Baker and Mally Maston. Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Your thing is so behind, Mom.
Are they talking trash about the Red? Oh, no, y'all are hearing me in the background. I thought somebody was talking trash about Red Squad. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Micah and his whole family. Yes. Micah.
What's up?
I think I'm supposed to tell you that you have an award that is already there somewhere.
Already.
Yeah, you already have. So we give the trophy for the Squad of the Year to the senior squad leader on the squad.
Oh, man.
And my friend, that is you. So you might need to ask your mother.
Oh, is it at my house?
Out. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's
You have
here?
to ask your
Okay.
mother.
A
I
place we
cannot be
used
held
to play.
responsible for the
That's like
actions
everywhere
of
here.
No, just
Oh, okay. Let me think.
your
Oh, the
mother.
tree?
So
I don't know.
y'all don't know who Helen is. Ask Jay Baker sometime. Michael, where's your mama?
Walking behind me. I had to come outside because we're playing you on like 4 different phones and the timing's different on every single one.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you ask your mom where your trophy is?
No, I didn't. She told me to come find it.
Oh. All right.
Dude, I haven't been here since.
No
Oh,
rush,
shoot.
man. Come on,
I
hurry
finally
up.
found it.
This
Okay,
is
it took
live
me a while.
TV. We
There
got
we go.
thousands
There we
of.
go.
Whoa!
There
We
we
got
go.
the trophy!
There we go.
All right. Hey, listen, when you get off tonight, you got to go talk to your whole squad and let them know that they're awesome and did a fantastic
All right.
job. Hey, Mally, listen, you get credit too. You were an awesome leader because I know you probably had to take care of Micah and the whole rest
She
of your
did.
squad. So
Allie's
we wanna
probably
give
the best one of all time.
we
Up
want
there
to
with
give you
Will
both
Evans.
the shout out. Red Squad, Squad of the Year. Thank you guys so much. We will check in with y'all later, okay?
Team Red.
All right.
Team
bye, guys.
Red.
Awesome. Well, hey, listen, it's been fun. It has been real, but I do want to take advantage of our opportunity together tonight to change gears, to shift gears, I guess, technically, just a little bit. And, Carly, I'm going to ask you if you don't mind. My Bible is on that stand, I believe. And if you will just bring that up to me. And I just want to take just a second and share some scripture with you and take things a little bit more serious for just a moment. My passage of scripture, it's not going to pop up on the screen tonight like we normally do and different things like that, but if you want to look it up on your phone or do whatever you need to do, we're going to be in Ephesians chapter 6, and I'm not going to talk for a very long time tonight, but I feel like I need to say what needs to be said. And so Ephesians chapter 6, and we're going to start with verse 12. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. And as you're kind of finding your place there in Ephesians 6, in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, I want to go ahead and just talk about, again, as if we thought this world couldn't get any crazier than what we've been dealing with. Right now, it feels like it is pushed to the max, right? I mean, it feels chaotic and stressful, and there's just a lot happening. And I know that in the midst of all the things that we're dealing with this year, and especially this week, and what all's taking place this week, and all the hardships and difficulties and confusion and frustration and all the other things that I can't even begin to wrap my mind around. My question ends up becoming, what do I do? What's the right thing for me to do? And there's a lot of things that I could be doing right now, right? I could be protesting, and I could be raising my voice, and I could be on social media, and I could be doing a lot of different things. And people have different opinions about that kind of stuff, and I have my own opinion about those. But I just want to be real and honest with you guys that in times like this, when so many voices are saying so many different things, and it seems like unity is very difficult to find, I find myself asking, what does Jonathan need to do? What is the right thing for me to do? And in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, I think Paul gives us everything we need to know what we need to be doing. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, it starts with this. It says, "For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places." The one thing I want to remind you is that the Bible makes it clear that during our time on this planet, we are at war. But where we get messed up sometimes is I think that war and what we think we're fighting against becomes people. And Paul makes it absolutely clear here that people are not the main issue here, that people are not the enemy, that there is an unseen power and force at work here. It talks about the evil spirits. It talks about the enemies. It talks about how we are not fighting against flesh and blood. Let me tell you, as long as there are Christians, there will be opposition to Christianity. There will be opposition to Christ followers. Every time that we start talking about something that God desires for our world to experience, there will be opposition towards that. The Bible makes it clear that there is a war taking place. And I don't know about you, but right now it feels like day in and day out, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and everything else, it feels like I'm at war with the world around me, and it feels like the world is raging war against me, right? Or excuse me, the world is waging war around me, excuse me. And it just feels like a war zone. It feels like crazy, chaotic stuff happening in our world one day after another, right? And I see the funny things that are posted on social media talking about what's next or what's the next thing that we're going to have to deal with. And there's a little bit of truth to that. But the reality is I still have to do what God is calling me to do in the midst of whatever challenges and obstacles I may face. And so if you read the passage, it continues on. So it tells us who the enemy is. It says the enemy's not a person or a group of people. It's not about flesh and blood. It's about the evil powers and the dark forces in our world. So then it tells us what we're supposed to do. It says, therefore, put on every piece of God's armor so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will be standing firm. Stand your ground. Put on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news so that you will be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. I love verse 18. It says, pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. You know, that passage reminds me what I'm supposed to be doing, but it should also remind all of us what each of us should be doing. I need to make sure that spiritually I am preparing myself to enter a war zone every day. And it doesn't matter if it's what's happening in our world today or 2 months ago or 2 years ago. We wake up in a war zone spiritually every day. And we need to be preparing accordingly. And so it's not about you trying to form an opinion or pick a side or do these different things. What it is about is us making sure that we are doing what God calls us to do, because quite frankly, His side is the only side that matters. And as a Christ follower, as a person who is doing their best day in and day out to live for Christ, I can tell you honestly that I can do a better job of loving people better. I can do a better job of caring for people and loving them with the love of Christ. So I need to improve there. My faith needs to improve. My righteousness needs to improve. My compassion and understanding towards other people, it needs to improve. And so God tells me to equip myself for battle by preparing myself in that very way to love the world with the love of Christ, to respond to the world in the way that Christ would, to share His good news, the gospel, because let me tell you, the gospel is the solution to all problems. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's 100% true. The gospel, the good news about Christ, is the solution to all problems. And so I want to encourage you, and I want to challenge you to base your life and revolve your life around the gospel and the Word of God, and let Him transform you and continue to transform you into the person that He desires for you to be. And these other things will sort themselves out. Love Christ, desire to be more like Him, and desire to respond to people more like He would, and watch what happens in your life and in this world. We as Christ followers have an obligation to continue to do what God has called us to do. And so I want to challenge you and encourage you to do that tonight. Now, before I cut the live stream and end my time with you, I do have some other exciting news to share with our students, especially. As you know, we are prayerfully trying to figure out where we go from here and what's next. And I'm super excited that step one of that is on June 14th when our church is able to meet for worship again together on Sunday mornings. And so that's going to be its own unique experience, and I'm looking forward to that. I'll be here that day, and you'll get more information about that this Sunday in the live stream, and in days to come, information will be shared about all the details about that. But we have a student ministry too, and our student ministry is a part of that. Our student ministry is a part of our church, but our student ministry has some advantages that give us the opportunity to try some things there too. And so what we're going to do is later in June, I believe the date is June 25th, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Thursday in June. We're going to plan, as of right now, to have an outdoor worship service. This will be an intimate, special time, acoustic worship service outdoors. It's going to be at our property across the street, weather permitting. And so we've got a beautiful place over there where there's a cross set up and just a great space for worship. And so on Thursday, June 25th, we're going to meet out there for worship. Students will bring their own chairs and all that kind of stuff, but we'll get you details about all that. The cool thing is that's a date that we can kind of be praying about and looking forward to. We're going to pray that coronavirus behaves and goes away and leaves things alone and our numbers continue to decline. But I'm excited just for the possibility of being able to do something like that. We're also going to try a couple of more Thursday events in July. And so as July approaches, we'll be sharing more information with you about that. But a couple of Thursdays in July, and then we're working on the details of a graduate recognition event. So this will be something for our graduates. I can't really share a whole lot about that right now because there's a whole lot of things that need to fall into place. But at a minimum, what we're looking at right now is having something for those graduates alone. We have over 30 of them. And so that's a big group just to kind of start with there. And so we're praying about it. We're trying to look into our options and see what we can come up with to do there. But we want to at least hang out with those graduates before they do go off to school and do some different things like that. And so we're planning a graduate event. Those dates for all of those things are on our website, ebc180.net. And so I want to encourage you, just go there. There's not a ton of information right now. We'll be getting that information out to you as we get closer. But when we have things to celebrate, no matter how small the victory is, I want to celebrate with you and I want to look forward to it with you. And so we have some Thursday worship nights planned. Look forward to those. Be praying about those. We'll get more information to you as they kind of get a little bit closer to us. But there's a date, man. We're gonna do something, and so I'm excited about that. I hope that you'll be praying for me, praying for Jackson, praying for all of our student ministry team, our church staff. In the midst of all these crazy things happening in our world, we're trying to figure out what God wants us to do and how to lead in an unprecedented time. And so connecting with students is harder than ever before. Keeping their interest is harder than ever before. Growing them spiritually is something we are finding more challenging than ever before. And so we're praying for you as the parent, as you take the chief role. If you never have before, you are now. You're the chief spiritual investor in your child's life. And so we want to support you and help you in that. But ultimately, we want to do what we've been called to do as ministers too. And so we're trying to figure out how to do that in this new crazy world that we find ourselves in. So be praying for us. We love you. We love your students, parents that are tuning in week in and week out to catch this live stream. Thank you. It's been fun. We're going to have more live streams coming down the road. This is not our last live stream. As a matter of fact, I want to encourage all of you, students, parents, and everybody else, family members, and just people in our church in general. Next Wednesday night at 6:30, we are doing another live stream. However, it's not for students only. It's for our entire church and especially families with children. So, and by children, I mean high school all the way down. They still count, right? They're not gone yet. And so tune in next week. We're going to have games. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have interactive goofiness like we did tonight. Hopefully we'll have a few more kinks worked out. But we're looking forward to having a good time next Wednesday night. So tune in again next Wednesday night at 6:30. That's all I've got for tonight. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.